Welcome back to Goblins of Conquest.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion to Ragnarok story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Okay, so Paladin.
I'm going to go step over the other door.
Okay. And unfortunately, it failed its save, so it cannot. So you're going to go here, or...
Yeah, I'm going to block the door.
Okay. So it does not get an attack of opportunity because it's devoting everything to running.
I dared.
It's very terrified. Yeah. As it's interesting, you went to that door.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's super interesting. Okay. All this clamoring noise, all these great things going on. Ranger, what would you like to do?
Me back in place of me. I will do what a ranger does and fire my arrow, fire my bow.
So you want to come inside the room?
So I'm not. It's not a disadvantage. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's still at range, right?
It's not running anymore. Because the creature is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage.
Oh.
So it is no longer running in fear.
I didn't know that. I disavow any knowledge of divine magic.
That's fine. For next time.
So
17.
That will hit.
Yes. And that will do 9.
9 points of piercing damage.
Piercing damage. Yes.
That's good to know. Because as your arrow goes through, it goes in one eye socket and just shatters the back of the skull cap.
Ooh.
As it goes falling back.
Back into the left?
And just explodes into a pile of stray bones with some weird brownish must coming off of it.
Yes. Yes.
As the cleric puts on her gag.
Breathing for...
Okay, so at that moment, since it is the skeleton's turn, the door that you're standing next to that's ajar, all of a sudden a very large hand comes reaching in. Since you're right there all not being sneaky at all. It's the nearest thing I got that's perfectly large size. As go ahead and give me a athletics or a acrobatics check. As someone's going to be wrestling you. Because damn you and tiny doors. Oh, that's dirty. That's super dirty.
Is it not being good for you?
Apparently. We joke that the pink dice are the bad dice. This dice is the one that gives me down to 20s all the time.
19.
Okay, as this giant, and I'm saying giant hand, reaches in to grab you, as the door just slams open, because obviously it could hear you standing on the other side of this open door, bashing away. And the fingers just brush against your shield and then pull back, and you're realizing that there's a minotaur skeleton on the other side of this open door.
A minotaur skeleton.
A minotaur skeleton.
That's freaking awful.
That's a lot of noise.
I mean, you could always do a perception roll if you want to stick around there on your turn. I mean, just saying. But cleric, it's your turn. You realize that they killed the skeleton that you wanted to scare away. The bastards. Huh?
I know, right?
No, you hit and went over here.
No, I didn't hit.
You just,
No,
that's true.
yeah,
you just walked
you just
past.
moved.
Hand came out?
The hand came out on the skeleton's turn.
Okay.
Well then.
You saw the big bleached yellow bone hand come swiping in the doorway and pull back out. And we're talking, a foot wide wrist.
Wow. Well, I can't actually do anything because I can't technically see it at the moment.
You can move.
I can move, and that's what I was going to do.
You can go stand up and reinforce our ally here and see what
I
he's
don't want to
looking
get
at.
back. I want to.
I thought you embraced death.
I want to. Not my own.
She embraces death. She doesn't want to embrace her.
Right.
So I will be out of range of, the big old hand. But
All right.
if he gets hit, then I'm right there for him.
It's good teamwork.
Yeah.
To spare the dying.
Okay,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and with you standing there looking, you're realizing there is this large minotaur skeleton that's kind of like hunched to reach in the doorway because you can tell it can't fit through that doorway without squeezing through. It is in a bad situation.
And he can see this as well?
Yeah. Well, after the door came flinging open and the King Kong hand came through.
There's the whole. Holy
What's
shit.
your passive perception? And what's your passive perception?
That's wisdom?
Yeah.
10. 12.
Okay. So you notice that on the skeleton that there's a manacle on its ankle. On one foot that you're seeing, the half of him that's in this doorway, you're seeing that one of his legs has a chain wrapped around it.
So he was a prisoner there.
It's an old rusty chain, though. You might not want to count on that chain.
Okay. You may want to take a step back.
It's having fun.
Okay. I got spare the dying. I'm here for you.
I've got Clarence.
Let me look at this real quick. Give me just a second.
You need to do your homework, young
Did you memorize everything you have?
lady. Yeah.
I love you, but fuck off.
The couple that games together tries to kill each other.
Right? That's not memorizing.
That's
I have
cheat sheeting.
I have it referenced.
That's a cheat sheet.
That way I don't have to look it up.
Michael, you're losing the cleric's favor.
How many feet away would you say that?
15.
15?
Yeah.
Uh,
He's 15 and 20 feet away.
and 20. Well, good thing this works for 120 feet. Chill touch.
Ooh, necrotic magic. As you wave your hand and the little skeleton hand appears next to him ready to touch him with necrotic damage.
I don't know if necrotic's going to work on my dead, but...
Hey, So do I roll a save for that?
Let's see here.
No, you don't.
Make a range attack spell,
Okay.
so it's me.
Roll the hit.
Roll the hit.
Roll to strike him with your evil skeleton hand.
You motherfucker.
What'd you
Let's
get?
see. 12.
12 what?
Oh,
He is
okay.
the size of a bus.
You can't listen, right?
He is. You are seeing 10 foot by 5 foot of a 10 foot by 10 foot creature.
Okay, on a hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic. It cannot regain hit points until the start of the next turn. Until then, hand clings to the target to 4 points of necrotic.
Okay, so 4 points. Okay, as you see one of his bones just kind of like looks like a decayed tooth now because the cracks have gotten darker. The bone's got that little black undershadow. And you just hear this horrible clattering noise as its horns. You're kind of like hitting the ceiling above the door because it can't fit through this little area. Some jerk put him in here.
How in the world?
And I am terribly sorry some jerk put him in there, but we have to get him out. So,
You could always leave him.
oh yeah, what's fun in that?
Okay. That's good to know. Top of the order. So it's the wizard's turn. Now, you are in a room you guys haven't really looked into, too. You could check out the room.
I can just keep chill touching this guy, so. whittling him down.
She's giving him chills, and they are multiplying.
Bravo.
Oh my. I am going to... Is he completely blocking the door?
He is completely blocking the door. You could try to shove him away from the door. Sure, try that.
So I'm going to move up next to the pally here, and I'm going to say, I'm going to look at the Minotaur and say it Orcish. Move.
Okay, so you're trying to command it?
Just telling it to move out of the way, and I'll unshackle you. See if it even understands
That's
me
interesting. Okay.
What do you want?
Persuasion.
Give me persuasion at disadvantage, since it has only got an intel of 6.
If it can even understand Orcish. Nope.
You have a feeling that the last vestige of intelligence in this creature are long gone. It's merely the flesh, or I should say the bone that stayed behind to continue doing whatever it's here doing.
Okay. So the persuasion was my action, so that is my action.
What's your passive perception?
10.
Okay.
Not a very wise bugbear.
Okay.
Pretty smart, though.
Yeah. You're smart, but not wise. You don't know that tomatoes don't belong in fruit salad. But you know it's a fruit.
Right.
Okay, so
Wait, they don't?
it's the paladin's
I'm just
turn.
kidding.
I'm going to do my Beric Dondarrion impression.
Okay.
Drag my hand at the blade, igniting into flame.
Flame strike.
Yeah, I'm going to use point of inspiration,
Okay.
and I'm going to slash it.
Okay, roll for strike.
20.
That will hit.
Nice way.
Natural 20?
Yeah,
Clean 20? Not the dirty 20?
it's clean.
I
So,
thought we established that was the phrasing.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
You're evil, so it's either clean or unclean.
right.
26, and it makes needs to make a Constitution save of 12.
Oh, I'm confident for that. I shouldn't have been confident. It rolls a 6 for its con save. So how much was the damage?
26.
Ouch.
On a fail save, it takes 26 fire damage. Okay, so it's now on fire.
It's now on fire for how much each turn?
If there's a creature within 5 feet of it, use an action to put out until it puts out, or
Well, what I'm looking for is how much damage is it for being on
1d6.
fire? 1d6? Okay. So just remember on its turn, keep rolling that 1d6. So as you just slam out against its arm and you see chips coming off the arm, and the arm is now caught on fire. Flat, 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 flat. As there's flaming King Kong arm in your face.
That's a big Minotaur. Big and
Now on
bony.
fire.
right.
Big and bony.
In a rotting dungeon. This may not have been one of my better plans.
So Ranger.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and move and share the corner with the cleric.
Because she's really nice.
Yeah.
You see giant Minotaur.
Yeah, giant flaming minotaur skeleton. Is it disadvantage to shoot through that door, or
there's enough of him sticking through there that you could
yeah,
see.
I was kind of curious in terms of.
Yeah, it doesn't quite count as cover when 5 foot by 10 foot of him is visible.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the old ranger standby and fire my arrow. 22.
Ooh, that'll hit.
That will do. Ooh, max damage 11.
Ooh, damn. You fire that arrow and you see literally a pair of ribs just shatter and explode. It's
I'm
pretty
good
tough.
at shooting the ribs.
Yeah, you'd like the ribs since you're not seeing the full shoulder blade.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and it's its turn. It's going to try to grapple you again. It's going to pull you in the room with a flaming hand. This will be fun. You know what? Let's go back to trusting the good dice.
No.
Okay, 14.
14 is what I'm against.
Yep.
It's 19 AC.
Next time.
Oh, because he's
It's a grapple.
athletics.
Yeah.
20, 30.
Dirty 20 as it reaches in to grab you and it misses.
Stop it!
They really want a piece of you.
You'd think a Minotaur skeleton would have athletics.
They really want to give you the bone.
Oh.
Wah, wah, wah.
That kind of stunk.
Stunk like these skeletons probably did 100 years ago. Okay, and I didn't hear anybody banging on that door over there because it would have loved to charge that door. So it's just going to stand where it is and keep fighting. By the way, don't forget to roll your 1d6.
5 points.
5 points. As it's still on fire. Okay, so Cleric, you see the giant skeleton on fire.
Yes, I do.
Cleric, the paladin keeps dancing with it. You have a goblin between your legs.
He's heating up the bone.
He's twinging the bow.
You're like,
Forgetting that I could have done
Twing.
it too.
Right?
I figured I'd offset the chill.
Right?
let's see.
I mean,
Going to.
she might be upgrading to
It's like
bigger
fire
spell.
and ice, you know?
Yeah.
Trying. No, it's going to do the same thing. I'll do chill touch.
Okay, so icy ghostly hand is going through the flames to touch him again. Touch him in places he's supposed to tell his Minotaur nanny about. I had to go there, sorry. My Minotaur sucks right now. I need bad jokes to offset it. His rolls are a joke.
So, let's see here.
Plus 4.
Yeah, so 13.
That'll hit.
Size of the house.
Yeah.
As all of a sudden your hand touches, his shoes, where you can just barely see the shoulder, and it just instantly starts darkening and cracking.
6.
6 points.
6 points.
My icy chill touch claws your back.
As it's just clinging on to pull the undeadness out of it. Because for some reason, these undead aren't resistant to necrotic damage.
Awesome.
They lost out here.
They did.
Okay, top of the order.
I'd like to step back and cast lightning lure. My thought here is that the thing is
Nice knowing you.
well, it's on one target, so
Yeah.
it would hit the target and it would pull it forward. And if
Yeah.
it can't come forward, it's gonna do damage to it. either
Well,
way,
basically,
right?
yeah, it's like,
It'll
well,
pull it
it
apart.
will pull him through, but it'll be like he's now at disadvantage, and you guys have advantage because he can, just like a normal person can go through a halfling-sized hole. It's just that you're squatting down and crawling.
So he needs to roll a saving throw. The DC is 12. It's
Oh, good
strength,
lord.
but I think he's at disadvantage because of the position that he's in, right?
I'll give him that because basically you're whipping it out of left field while he's slashing after the. Come on, +4. So I got a 14 or a 20. 14 for the disadvantage. What's your DC?
Yeah, he made it, so it didn't do anything.
Okay, so you lash out with your whip of lightning and pull, and you just see him kind of like, "Urgh," and the lightning lashes shatters.
Yeah.
Does it do any damage on a miss? On a save?
Only if he doesn't save.
Okay.
So he has to do it at the end of it. Says so.
So his
It's
massive
cantrip.
strength, grounded out your electricity.
Yeah.
Are you good with where you're standing?
I'm not. Yeah, under the circumstances,
Okay.
I'll just wait right here.
So Paladin, lightning goes flying over your shoulder, hits the wrist. The flaming wrist, shakes off the lightning.
Okay. I'm going to slash, and then I'll step back.
Okay.
18 to hit.
18, that will hit.
And 13. No, excuse me, 11.
11 points?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're going to go ahead and take a step back?
Yep.
Now, are you this way, this way?
Straight back.
Straight back? Okay, and it will opt for the attack of opportunity.
I'm assuming it'd be a disadvantage going through the doorway.
Yep. Damn you for your little doorway and its very large axe. It's a very large axe. As all of a sudden you do that, the hand comes back, and then this giant axe blade that like is the size of a door comes stabbing in at you. Jesus, my dice hate me today. Will a 8 hit you? As you see this giant axe blade just come in and pull back out. Yeah.
Big axe.
He's not having a good time here. He's not having a good time at all.
He's not the only one.
Okay, so it's time for the ranger.
I meant tied.
Yep. Bow. A 21 against
That
AC.
will hit.
And that will be. And I will invoke my Fury of the Small because he is bigger than me. And I will also add an extra, my level damage, so I'll add an extra 2 on this. So, which is good because that is 8 points total.
Ooh, that's going to make things happen. That's definitely going to make things happen.
I'm so small.
Yes.
Big guy.
As you kind of went up there and you kind of aimed for the top of the door archway, as your arrow goes flying up there, it just hits the bottom of the chin and the head just explodes.
Ooh.
As you guys all feel the ground shake as this thing hits the ground. And you hear like 10 feet of chain being slapped against the floor. And then there's this horrible dead silence except for all of you panting and breathing. And the arm still burning.
I'm going to look around the room.
Yes.
Okay.
Look around the current room for now.
Natural 20
Oh
for
my
perception,
God.
so 20.
Okay, so you start to look around the room. And immediately you start to notice that this may have been some kind of library. Before the skeletons smashed the shelves, ripped the books to pieces. You and the archaeologists alike are probably horrified when you're realizing the must that you've been seeing on them was actually like powder paper residue that's molded and turned to puff. And just the ancient pages that you're realizing that must you're smelling was pages that just rotted, through damage in the ages. So as you start, filtering through the wreckage, you find a few pieces of paper that seem to be rustled by a weird gust of wind that starts all of a sudden. Damn AC.
Oh.
I
I thought you meant like
had
air
you there.
elements.
As you start to move some
It's like an air weird.
Yeah. You start to move some of the dust that you thought was just, dust, dirt. And you realize that there's a few sheafs of Valium mixed in, which Valium doesn't fall apart like paper.
Right.
And as soon as you start to glancingly pick up and look at them, you realize that it was a natural 20 after all. That it's a pair of magic spells. A spell scroll. It's got 2 spells written on it, one on each side of the scroll.
Very nice.
And do you want to do a quick brief, I'm a magic user so I can read it without reading it type of thing?
You mean an Arcana check?
Yeah.
17.
The first one is Misty Step,
Nice.
which I really wasn't sure if you knew this one or not. And then the next one is Leoman's Tiny Hut.
Not bad.
And you notice that there's a draconic glyph stamped on the Valium. Do you speak draconic?
I speak common, goblin, and orc.
Okay, you just know it's a draconic glyph of some kind.
Okay.
Nice.
Does anyone speak draconic?
Common, Abyssal, Goblin, and Demon. That's all I speak, so.
Closest is I have Sylvan the Fae language.
You listened to those fairies when they were bathing.
Oh yeah.
Little goblin.
I mean, I'm a goblin in the forest. What else am I going to do?
You see the sea nymphs bathing in the pool. You sit there and watch them. You're like, I don't know what I'm feeling, but it's funny and I'm feeling it.
Say no more.
Okay, and you also will find, a few pieces of artwork that survive the trampling.
Okay.
That we'll say it's an artistic bronze spell scroll case.
Nice.
Really nice looking. It looks like if somebody were to pull a Hellboy 2, put it in fire and roll it on something, you'd make a cool burn impression of this same 4 patterns over and over and over and over. But it doesn't seem to be anything more than just beautiful artwork.
Like a relief.
Yeah. And the fact that it's a waterproof tube that unfortunately was knocked open and it's full of rotten powder. But it's not rusted mold at least.
That's true.
Okay, anyone else doing anything?
I was going to check the other room.
Oh, you're going to the big room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I was going to head that
So
way.
that's where the cleric was going.
I was going to pick up my arrow, pick up the half of my arrows that I get back.
Pick up, you recover the half that are still recoverable, that aren't, the tips aren't busted off in the bone bits.
Oh, yeah. Got that room covered. I rolled like a 13 for
As
in
you
there.
come in to hear, dear cleric,
Well,
the
that was
paladin-
pretty amazing for me.
and
Yes,
the
I know.
paladin
So I
following,
don't have a bonus on this.
you both are immediately insulted, as there is a shrine to the Dragon Queen in here.
Nice.
Tiamat, many heads. It
Oh,
seems
listen.
that this particular, shrine is dedicated to the Red Dragon, and there seems to be this faint glow behind the altar. The dragon looks slightly desecrated because, one of the heads has been chopped off and smashed into
Don't
bits.
push any buttons on the altar. Remember last time?
And you clearly see where the broken minotaur, because its parts whatever was holding it together fell apart. And it was at one point chained to this wall, but it broke the chain long ago. And you just saw the chain manacle and bits of chain. You didn't realize that the chain ended on broken bits. And you can see that the minotaurs smashed this room a bit. The altar is still enough of a desecration because Tiamat is not a true god. She's just a worm.
Absolutely.
She needs to be poop flinged in the face.
Yep. But before we destroy the altar, let's go see if there's anything worth taking from it.
Tide is
What's
actually
not
going to
done?
walk in there and then just flop down in front of it, kneeling before it, like he's going to be praying before it. And he
I'm gonna
starts
come up and-
acting like he's praying.
I'm
Okay.
going to come up.
As you start seeing his frame just start to shake because he's laughing because he knows what it was going to do to you too.
I'm going to come up from behind and just go.
And he's like,
Oh, great worm.
wiggle and
out.
jiggle inside me.
Wow.
I go alongside
Tequila
the altar. I'm
Somebody
gonna
go up
go
to the
ins-
altar and take a peek around and see if I
Yeah.
can find anything of worth.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna go ahead and similar. Inspect from the side of it. Oh, I'm gonna do an awesome. Yeah, I had an awesome 8 perception.
You find
Some
a
stuff.
tile. It looks like a little mosaic tile like you see in a bathhouse.
Cool.
And the reason why you find it is because it's glowing lightly red. It's giving us like a glow stick, one of those red glow sticks, and it's glowing. And you kind of look around the room, and there's lots of these, but you see that they've been smashed to pieces, and you found the one intact one. But as our cleric comes over, and she looks at the altar from the eye of a priestess who knows how altars are
Am I
true.
doing investigation?
You could do either or, investigation or perception.
Oh, let me do perception. That's a 21.
Okay.
So, yes. I rolled very nicely.
Yes.
So immediately you start to look around the altar from a religious point of view. As you're doing that whole, you know what you're looking for when you're looking at this altar.
Right.
And all of a sudden you click a little spot on the altar and the wings kind of move open. And you realize that under the wings on the altar is little recessed, it almost looks like cup holders.
cup holders.
that actually contains something. There's a few pieces of gold you see, and once you start to pick up those pieces of gold, you realize that there's flat clay flasks underneath on each side. Okay, so you're getting about 35 gold pieces, and you have 2 flasks that are full of something liquid. Do you shake them?
Swirl.
You swirl them? Yes, they're definitely full of something sticky and very thick, liquidy-wise.
Color?
Do you open it? So I stroke my beard and I say, do you open it?
Yes. Carefully.
Okay. So you open it and immediately your nose is assaulted with some kind of alchemical chemical. That sounds cool. Alchemical chemical. Some alchemical chemical that smells very pungent and very alcohol-y. That give me an Arcana roll. As you're smelling the flask. It smells good.
A dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You immediately recognize this smell because you remember that sometimes humans bring this great thing called alchemical fire. Basically, it's a flask of exploding death that you can throw and burn things with.
Nice.
This smells very aged and potent.
It's old.
So that's just one of them, or are they
Both. Well, do you check the other one?
Yes.
It's the same thing.
Okay. So 2 flasks
Alchemical fire.
of old chemical fire. So basically, we're not sure whether or not they're very dangerous or they're dead.
Don't roll a 1.
Don't roll a 1.
As the clay crumbles in your fingers, the first and last thing you feel in your hand is the sticky warmth,
And then fire.
and then the combustion.
It's gonna get warmer.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I able to safely remove that glowy tile?
Oh no, you just found it on the floor.
Oh,
So it's
okay,
one of
yeah,
the few
yeah.
ones that fell.
Okay, yes.
So you have a little ceramic red tile that glows.
Yes, that's what I was writing that down on my equipment. I wanted to make
Oddly
sure.
enough, that something tells me you will find a use for that. Paladin,
I'm playing the goblin of the party, so of course I'm taking things.
give me a quick
Shinies.
perception.
Taking the
Tied to your-
shinies.
like a hat, square or something.
I've already got a
Put
wolf.
it-
I've got
just
a wolf
put it-
pelt.
put it
I'll
He-Man
put it
style on a
underneath
leather
so the
veil
eyes
on
glow in
top.
my pelt. In my,
There you
like,
go. There you go.
Hanging off your neck, so you have this red.
Or yeah,
gear.
you
Well,
make it a chest
no, I've
piece.
already got that wolf pelt that I'm wearing on my head. I'll put it in there so the eyes sockets glow red.
I'm gonna give one of these flasks to
For the ranger.
yeah,
Okay.
because he's always
19?
up front.
So you notice while the goblin is playing with the tile, of course, it's causing
Yes.
weird colored shadows to dance around the room. And she's clicking it, and the wings of the altar open up, and you see the prize that she's finding there.
Right
And then
here.
as you're
Yeah, yeah,
watching, you're watching this happen. All of a sudden, you're seeing the moving shadows, and then you realize there's a shadow that's moving independent of the light.
Interesting.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay?
You say so?
Am I able to see where this would be coming from? Sorry.
Where the shadow would be coming from? The shadow looks like it would be coming from the statue, but it doesn't quite look like the shadow of the statue that you're already seeing. It's separate. Think the whole Dracula, my shadow walking independent of me.
I'm going to bring this to his attention.
What do you say?
I'll point out the shadows, the shadow that's moving independent of the light.
Me?
Yeah.
You see my fat sausage fingers, these furry things just start clicking and guttural sounds, and as I just, and my eyes begin to glow a little bit as I cast Detect Magic. So burned it as a
So you,
actual, rather than ritual, I just cast it.
okay, so you're basically sensing that the floor has exhausted magic. This room, the tiles were all magical at one point, transmutation magic from Lord Blatus. That the only one that you're for sure seeing still magical is his. The statue gives off a faint transmutation magic, but behind it you're seeing undead magic behind it, of a shadow that's separate from the statue shadow, and it's up on the wall, like it's a 2-dimensional shadow.
undead shadow.
Oh, fantastic.
Go ahead and roll initiative. Because you guys were all curious about the room, and the shadow was just watching.
Oh, come on.
How good was
Survey
that?
the scene.
I get to sit back and do a whole lot of nothing.
That's sometimes the best thing to do.
I got it, but technically, that would be a 0. No, I'm sorry, that's a 7.
You
I
got
thought it was
seven?
a 1.
Oh.
Okay,
So it's a
that's not
6.
bad.
No, it's a 6.
You still go before me.
I still
So
get
what'd you get?
5.
You get
5?
Natural one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
17.
So that's what I thought I got.
I'm sitting there going,
Okay. And what did the paladin get? 3. Wow.
We did not get a short rest, though, did we? So.
No, you did
Okay.
not. No, you just
I
walked
can't-
right in the room.
Yeah, I get it. All that means is I just don't have my Fury of the Small.
Fury of the
But
Small.
again, I'm like, it's a shadow. I'm just trying to be.
Behind
Yeah,
the
that's
altar.
right. I was checking out the altar.
We use that for the altar.
Oh.
Clerics looting the altar. Where you were kneeling before the altar. Where you were standing back and watching them all getting ready to die. I'm really sad because the shadow rolled even worse than you guys.
I saw that. I was like, wow. At least got the natural 1 out of the way there.
Yeah, I mean, the only intelligent thing in this wing of the dungeon, and hey.
Is bugbear. That's not saying much.
And that's debatable.
Wow. So one guy got double digits, the rest are single digits. So Bugbear, you see this shadow, this incorporeal looking thing that seems to be like looking around, like almost like it was wearing a death shroud.
You speak abyssal, don't you?
Let me verify. I do.
You should try to communicate with it. I say that as I wreath my my stick with it's like this warbling movement,
So it's like,
booming blade.
oh, so you see like this, it's vibrating like a tuning fork.
Yeah, and I go to strike it.
So you're gonna go around the statue.
Well, I can remember I have 5-foot reach, so
With the
I can
statue.
strike. Oh yeah, I have to get around it.
Yeah,
So
because it's on the wall behind the statue.
yeah.
You could do it from there.
Total of a 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
All right.
It's funny how often you say that.
He likes that.
It rolls off the tongue. A total of 4 points of damage, but if the target decides that he willingly wants to move, he may or may not know this, but will immediately take 1d8 thunder damage.
Okay, so 4 points damage. Go ahead and roll me that thunder damage.
1 point.
Oh my god.
That's going away.
Far off thunder.
Right.
Okay, so you go up there and you swing and hit it, and the shadow, as soon as you hit it, the shadow starts to coalesce, and you realize it's a thing that's there. There's no doubt in your mind that there's a thing there.
It's now 3-dimensional, but without features.
Mm-hmm. In a
Okay.
dark room. Great, thank God you got dark vision. As you're just seeing is this
And a
big,
glowy tile.
wispy,
Right.
and a glowy tile. The power of the glowy tile, man.
It's the important thing.
The power of the glowy tile. So, believe it or not, Cleric, you're 6.
Wow.
You're next.
Wow. Okay.
So you are disadvantaged for attacking it right now with the altar between you guys.
Can I quickly convey it to him quietly that
He's right in front of you.
yeah, if it moves.
If it moves, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
So if you want to move back and blink at it.
Get the heck out of the way. Yeah. You brought it for him, so
Is
it's
it
a little easy.
is it making any type of speech?
It's been able to do anything yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold off on trying to talk to it until I know that it holds some type of intelligence.
Do you want to do a religion or arcana roll? You are deathy. I'll give you
Yeah, let me do a religion.
Use the other dice
You asshole.
next time.
You were rolling nice, and now you're not. I wish I had a jail for you.
Wait, what'd you get?
The 6.
Oh, okay. Apparently, your religion doesn't believe in these things. They're from other religions. That was totally Old Testament stuff you didn't keep abreast with.
Yeah, I didn't give a... I fell asleep during that class.
You give,
So, Ranger,
I was about to say,
it is your turn.
Yes. So I shall, as a bonus action, nimbly escape.
So you're going to
To
disengage.
disengage.
Disengage is important.
And get the yes.
So you're sharing a square with the bugbear.
No, I'm actually going to be standing behind the bugbear.
Okay, so we'll take a little one step after,
Yeah,
just to get to the distance.
just to give the shadow a bigger target to go for first.
I like the bigger and better target point. That's
Yeah.
a good point.
It's much better target focus.
Yeah, and yeah. So I'm going to attack the shadow. 9.
That will not hit as you're shooting into the darkness and
Yes,
you miss the darkness.
Yes, I attack the darkness and do
Yes,
more.
you attack the darkness and the darkness hides. Hey, it's one of his things. He can hide as a bonus action in darkness.
Right?
He just disperses himself a little. Okay, so it is now the Paladin's turn with your mighty 3 on initiative.
I will step up to the shadow. How much movement is that?
So 20 feet of movement.
Okay. And standard response. I hit it with the sword.
Okay.
So, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
11 points of damage.
Okay. 5 points of damage. As your sword whiffs, and you see like some shadow get cut off, but there's no physical resistance to your attack.
And can I use the rest of my movement to step back up?
Yeah.
Alright. No.
So you give him an attack of opportunity.
Yes, I am.
You're a nice guy. That's a nice guy that gives me an attack of opportunity. Oh, that's dirty. Will a 13 hit you?
No.
It was a 16, which would have been amazing. As its dark, ghostly hand swooshes, and it's almost like some creepy guy at a club just whooshing your hair tips.
Everybody's trying to grab you tonight.
Keeps throwing himself out there.
The hands keep going for the
Yeah.
paladin.
But that forces him to move, right?
Well, technically, he has to physically step.
Mm-hmm. Which means he'll take some damage. Okay, so that makes it his turn. And he's going to approach the nearest living target, take that 1 point of damage. Thankfully, you can't reduce a 1 to half, so he takes 1 point of damage, and he's coming after you.
Good.
As hands are whooshy, 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 whooshy.
Right on.
Whooshy, 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 whooshy. Well, a 6 hits you.
Will not.
You sure? I mean, it could be in your character sheet that it might.
That's okay. He can hold on to the damage.
And
wild
since
card
he
AC.
is in total darkness, he's going to take his bonus action. He's going to shadow stealth. And he seems to dissipate kind of in the darkness for everyone but the bugbear. Bugbear, you still see he's kind of there, but he's kind of wispy.
Oh, because magic, detect magic is still going.
You see him clearly in his wispy. I'm getting wispy. It's like swishy.
And I'm just in loud bugbear tones calling out orders. He's right there. Yeah. Pointing out where he's moving.
Okay, top of the order. It is the bugbear's turn.
So is he right here still?
He's
or?
right there still.
Okay.
He was just gonna hang out there next to the statue, being wispy.
I'm gonna move.
You gonna give him attack of opportunity? I'm just fucking with you. He took one already, remember?
Oh yeah. That's true.
The look in your face was good though.
Calculating.
Yeah. doing tactical moves here.
All right,
And so
I'm going to Wreath and Booming Blade again.
Sounds just like that when you cast it.
And that's going to be a 24 to hit for...
Oh, that will hit.
Regular thunder.
Okay.
So it'll be 8 points for first hit, and then it'll be 8 points of thunder damage if it moves.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And I'm going to move.
Even further back.
Because it seems to be interested.
Backwards
and
leapfrog.
this time I have a good feeling that it's going to do more. It's going to hurt more this time.
It just might. So, you don't want to be too close to that when it happens. As he's vibrating, for the thunder. Okay, so, Cleric.
Yes.
Spooky skeleton, spooky shadow thing kind of disappeared until he hit it, and then you immediately noticed it didn't go anywhere. It just kind of dissipated itself. And now it's back together, kind of quivering, shaking, almost like a tuning fork.
Like the wings of the hummingbird.
Well, I don't know if it'll take any necrotic damage, but let's try Chill Touch.
Okay. What'd you get?
I got a 9.
As all of a sudden your skeletal hand goes flying by the shadow, and the shadow's like, "Hey, baby, where you going? No, come back to me. I want you to touch me. Touch me."
Great, now I'm going to have that song in my head.
And of course, that all took place in undead speak there. Okay, are you good with where you're standing?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I'm on the other side.
So Ranger,
Yeah.
you're now facing the scary shadow.
Yeah,
thing.
I'm now the closest. How bright is this tile? Like
It's
how
a very dim light.
very dim light.
Very dim light.
Probably.
Kind of like
I'm
About as bright as a smartphone in the dark.
Yeah, no, yeah. So I'm not going to really be able to illuminate. I was hoping to get drop it somewhere, maybe light up the local area at least.
You could do that if you throw it underneath there to help define its form, so it can't hide.
But it's probably going to only affect the one square, right?
Yeah, well, it is only a little tiny tile.
Yeah, that's I was hoping for like a 3x3 at best.
Well, it would give you a 5 foot by 5 foot square.
Yeah, a single square.
Yeah,
I was hoping for a floodlight.
Yeah, I know. I was like, maybe at least giving him some room to but I'll go ahead and would it be a minor or a full action for me to go ahead and drop the tile because we figured out where he is now.
Yeah, you can see him after the wizard attacked him.
I'm wondering if I should drop the tile here when he moves up or something, or if I should try to throw it on his own where he is right now.
So if you're going to just drop it to an adjacent square, that's just a freebie and incidental.
Yeah.
If you're going to chuck it to him, that's going to be an action. See if you can chuck it, and you have to roll to see if you can chuck it over there.
Yeah.
Sliding.
Where he is, he's probably gonna move anyways.
You have to believe he's going to approach.
If you're trying to ask the tide for suggestions, he hasn't really had a chance to look at it. You were caressing it.
Yeah. No,
I love you, little child.
No.
You're my.
You know what? I'll go.
This little tile of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little tile of mine.
I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it on the square in front of him.
Okay, so you just kind of drop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can use the red gem. There you
go.
go. So there's a little, the glow kind of as it tinks on the floor. It kind of glows a little brighter from the impact.
Yeah, just to make it a little harder for him to hide again.
You're gritting your teeth when it hit the stone. Make sure it didn't break.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if this was the soul of the Minotaur.
Yeah. And I'm just again. I also don't like being up in the front so much.
Okay, so you're running away.
I'm gonna move back.
You're again putting the wizard in front.
Oh, there's a paladin
There's
as
the
well.
paladin.
And I'm going to go ahead and fire my bow at him.
Okay.
And I will do a 14 this time.
That's not bad at all.
Not bad.
And thanks to your tile and the wizard, that will hit.
All right, now we'll do a whopping 5.
Wow. So
Piercing.
you fire that little arrow
pierce
in,
the shadow.
and that arrow pierces for a whole 3 points of damage.
That's kind of what I figured.
And as that arrow pierces like the top head of the shadow, all of a sudden you hear this almost audible ripping sound, like fabric being ripped. And the shadow just rips in half and shrinks down to nothing and wicks out at the base of the tile.
Wait.
It's from the tile, I think.
No.
Oh,
No?
Maybe. You never know. Maybe it's cursed tile. It's a tile. This little tile of mine. It's gonna curse and shine. Hey, this is how goblin religion starts.
so wait, it's gone. Wait, what?
You believe your 3 points of damage was the final, 6 points of damage was the final 6 points of damage necessary to kill this very fragile shadow.
Can I still see?
You cannot. He literally did wink out of existence as he destroyed.
Made out of shadows. It's not going to be real tough.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
he does half damage for everything.
It's like, okay, well, let's explore a little bit
Are
more.
we out of initiative then?
Yeah.
I need to look at that. So we
Yeah.
can step forward.
I'm going to stay there.
You pick
I'm
up-
staying where I am, like in
You
in
pick up the
disbelief.
little tile.
And start arcanizing it.
Okay.
Using detect magic, maybe it gives
Yeah, you
me
still
an
have-
advantage.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage for that.
Okay.
Okay.
You stare
Yeah,
down. to the
we
molecular
already saw that
science.
it did have magic from that.
Right.
Yeah, you already know the tile, and a lot of the rest of the tiles here were magic.
So 21.
It's definitely got strong transmutation magic. Probably has like bone dust of some kind of elf or something added to it to give it extra potency. And as you look around here, you kind of see, because with your see magic, it hints when you stare for a long time at the tiles that this entire room, this beautiful domed ceiling, was made out of all of these glowing tiles with different colors. It probably made some kind of glowing magical mosaic, but they've just been so destroyed over the years. The whole being sunken into the
Minotaur.
ground, and Minotaur having tissy fits until it powers itself down. And then the shadow messes with it, and then they get tissy fits.
Okay. So what type of magic is it? Just
Transmutation.
okay.
Yeah, it's definitely transmutation magic.
Unable to narrow down its purpose.
Other than probably just decorative. Decorative or utilitarian, as it probably grew brighter back then.
But it didn't suck in the shadow.
No, it didn't shut in the shadow. With your detect magic burning in your eyes, you clearly saw the shadow winked out of existence. Because he's only got 16 hit points. It's just he takes half damage from everything. Except radiant.
That's pretty cool.
Alright, cool thinking.
You actually suck the shadow's soul into this tile.
I grab the tile. Can I keep the tile? Can I keep?
I'll let you hold on to it sometime.
Okay.
Just don't break it.
Just remember
No,
that
no. I am now going. Yes.
Yeah,
This is
because
he's
if you break it, it'll come back.
okay. I carefully put this in my pocket. This is not staying in my hat anymore. This is in my pocket now, carefully.
Are you sure the pocket is the safest place for it?
Would it be safer with you?
As
I
the
don't know.
wizard
It's
gets
like
ready to
it's
cast
like.
shatter.
I think
It's like
how big is it?
It's just a little mosaic tile, a little, 4 inches by 4 inches.
So not big enough for him to suck on it like a lozenge.
Only
Maybe-
part of it.
maybe-
I have a
Carry
small.
it
I
in
have
your
a-
mouth.
Maybe in like a pouch or your bag or something. Not in your pocket though.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Okay. Yeah. No, my pouch. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
And
I'll keep.
as
But
soon as
remember,
you can.
don't break it.
No.
Acolyte, it's extremely important that the first thing you do when we get back and you have some downtime, you need to make a pouch for that. Because you have to protect that soul.
Oh yes. No, most definitely. Most definitely. It's now trapped in my tile.
I go up to.
As one of you stays with the bone dust in the room.
So I will actually write down on my third regular tile with shadow inside.
Shadow soul.
Oh my god,
Beware
that's
the
awesome.
tile of shadow
He
stealing.
is gonna walk back to all the other goblins and he's gonna hold it up. He's gonna be like one of the war boys or something.
Before this, I probably would have tried to make arrowheads out of this.
And even better, he'll pull it out and say, look, this tile controls shadow. Hold it in front of himself and say, look, a shadow behind him.
Right?
Look, a little dog.
It can create shadows.
Actually,
a
he noticed that, and I was like, watch out, see, it's already trying to come back. You
Yes.
need to be careful.
And he has to protect it.
Yes. No. Yes. Now this is it's a very cherished.
You gotta get in on this.
I'm sorry.
It's too good not to.
Perfect.
It's a goblin. Right?
I am going to do absolutely nothing to dissuade him. But even as a paladin attorney, this is messed up.
We're like, I need to put control on this situation. It's getting out of hand.
Yeah, we're going to be at a boss fight, and he's going to take out the tile, and he's go, I call forth the shadow. And he smashes it and just shatters into it.
Every
ideas.
Everyone stops and spins around using a perception roll or an arcana roll. What is? Oh God! What did he unleash?
And it looks like glitter on the ground.
And everybody listened, and I was like, oops.
Quick, Alpha Strike.
Yeah, I was with shadow, so not really.
And so you guys have, you realize this is a long.
No. It's the extra parenthesis is the meta part. But
and of course, there's words scribbled in the floor in Draconic. You guys can't quite out because dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad you didn't leave that one alive.
Oh well.
You'll need to capture kobolds sometime and take them down here.
That should be easy enough.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the runts are running around on the surface, outside. So, and what do you guys do while you're in here?
Well,
Nobody's
check it out.
been in here in a long time that had a breath.
I mean, do you want to check to see if there's any secret doors or anything?
yeah, I'll search. I'll start searching the walls, see if we can perceive anything along there.
I thought she was asking if somebody was making a map.
I could have swore. I thought the
was.
rogue was scribbling a map.
Okay.
Though I recall she rolled really bad the first time. So I can make some amendments to the map. So what did you get?
19 on perception.
That's pretty good.
Search around the walls.
As you're searching around the walls, you find like an old rotted tapestry that may have had some great dragon symbols and some crap. And all of a sudden you come across one stone that when you click, it clicks in and then clicks out. And then you kind of like open it up and you realize it's about yay wide, yay big, and it's got a big tome inside it. It's got big cobwebs on it, dust,
Let's see. Curious. I'm gonna do sort of take a quick look to see maybe just in case it's trapped inside there before I grab it
reach
out.
in there and the swarm of spiders come falling down.
The 22 perception.
22.
Before I grab it out of there.
You believe it is completely safe to stick someone else's hand in there.
No, I'm sticking my hand in there.
Okay.
I'll let one of the it's probably not necessarily a tome. It's not necessarily my cup of tea, but I was like, hey, look what I found too.
Toilet paper.
And it for a human, it's a big tome. It's one of those big church books.
Okay, so it's more.
Yeah, it's more of a woof for you. It's massive. It's like I've got my school book
To scale.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And you pull this tome out, and it's got beautiful, intricate gold and ruby work that shows the Dragon Queen and some cool stylized. Almost looks like the Game of Thrones 3 Dragon House flag, where the heads are all sideways, so they look even more profile-y, with little rubies and diamonds and emeralds and amethysts and the eyes to match the heads. And it looks beautiful, and it's got an amazing, intricate lock on it.
Where the heck's the rogue?
Yeah, so like this amazingly little intricate lock.
Yeah.
That extra reaffirms.
It's gilded up the wazoo.
Right.
So I'm still holding it, kind of struggling, waiting for someone to take it from me, if someone wishes to have it.
That's really nice. He stands
Yeah,
there staring at you.
Like, you let me keep the tile.
Here, let me put a drink on top of it.
He picks it up, takes it from you. Yeah, he starts running his hands over it and realizes again it's in Draconic and wonders why he never studied Draconic and laments quietly to himself as he curses and bugbear and spits on the floor.
And how long does your sense magic work?
10 minutes.
Okay, you're definitely pinging some magic off this. Light transmog, probably to keep it like water safe, waterproof, something like that. And the lock is magic as well.
Right. Figured as much, and it's probably divinely inspired, which would be.
Oh, we all know divine magic's not real. You're channeling ancient aliens.
Right. It's all arcanic in origin.
It's just a different kind of magic.
That's why I have the default of I heal the sword. Just in case I'm wrong. In case I'm wrong, the sword's very real.
Okay.
So we also have.
So, Cleric,
Yes.
do you have any spells that tomorrow morning might help you with this magic book?
I would love to say yes, but I don't think I do.
Ornate. Dragon book.
Dragon book.
Maybe in a level or two, but not right now.
You can pray every morning.
Oh yeah, I know that, but
Change your lineup.
Because there is a spell that. Do clerics get that? No, they don't. It's just the arcana types that can comprehend languages.
yeah,
Yeah.
Obviously superior.
that'd be yeah.
You could always try using a guidance if you have guidance. Do you have guidance?
It's a cantrip.
Have the rogue cast guidance on the rogue and have her try to pick the lock?
I don't have guidance.
You could stay here for an hour and you could pray for it. Right.
Okay.
I just don't have a rogue.
Yep. So you guys realize this is, by the way, now that you've cleared it out, a very, very safe place to be. I mean, somebody's got to come upstairs, 2 sets of doors. You could secure this room quite well while that other hallway is still cooling off with the fire, with the fighter and the rogue protecting it.
Is it possible that this room there are more tomes that are salvageable or pages that are salvageable?
Yeah.
So we might not be able to salvage a full book, but
Yeah, you guarantee we'll only get like a few scraps of paper.
that's it.
That's it.
And then we got to figure out
The
who
stuff's
can
the
speak
shells were smashed, the bindings stomped on. These people died in here, which is why that they're, angry undead.
Well, I mean, there is men.
Yeah. There is men. That is a thing. If you can
A
go
long
through
time.
and collect the correct pages, like shredded paper, and then men.
Good luck, yo.
You know what? Do you have the men spell?
I don't.
Oh, because I was going to say, with your natural 20, I'd say you did pick up a few pieces that, if you had the men spell, would be an additional spell.
Unfortunately, no. I just took attack spells at this point, so
Because you're a bugbear.
I'm a war mage. So.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys basically holler over to the fighter and the rogue, saying it's all clear.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to use this room as your camp out spot since it is fairly safe?
Yeah.
I mean, somebody could just go over there and concrete that door over.
Concrete it. We could just put
place.
the.
I got my 100 trap. You can put that place that in front of one of the doors too.
Or take a rib bone
spike the door.
Okay.
Is that body, that skeleton, still in?
Yeah.
Wow, it's taking up a lot of space too.
Yeah, you got a Minotaur skull in there. Think about that.
How the hell did they get a Minotaur?
It was small when they brought it in.
Baby.
Well, you take a dragon and you tell the dragon tells the Minotaur to go in there to eat people, and then you chain it to the wall.
I guess, and then you build the wall, build the door with stuff.
It's a real ship in a bottle situation.
Well,
Right,
actually,
I know.
the Minotaur was part of the great historic undead that when you finally read the book, that the dragon tells you how this castle was under siege by undead, that necromancers were going after the dragon because they wanted to have an undead dragon with them. And the dragon called upon earth magic and buried this castle in a bygone age
Well, now we know how the castle got.
underground.
Yes.
Yeah. How the castle's become a blackhead basically in the earth.
That's gross.
It ran away from the dragons.
Now that I think about it, I think the clerics can get Mendy.
I don't think they can. But the cleric's like, the wizard's going to say, 1 year in Arcana school, we researched the clerics can. Yes, they can.
You get what?
But what
Mendy.
level is it?
It's a cantrip.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do I realize that I have enough that could possibly create another
Give me a intelligence. You can use whatever intelligence-based skill you've got.
There's another
Arcana.
There's another one that can.
I thought it was limited to how many cantrips I could.
Yeah, I think cantrips,
17.
your standard is your regular spells you can keep picking. So you do realize, yes, you've got enough pieces. More importantly, that's why you picked up those pieces. You realize that subconsciously that they're all part of one continuous spell written in Elven script. Damn elves.
No kidding.
Oh, Elven script.
Stupid
I
thing.
know Elvish.
He's still alive.
What?
Elvish. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Elvish.
I know
Elvish
someone
par-
among his his cosplays is an Elvish impersonator.
Elvish parsley. Obviously would have. Bard. Oh. Oh.
Well then.
This is my offering.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So are you going to change up to men?
She's doing quick. She's doing the pray and the pray for some quick inspiration.
Actually, clerics can't. They have to pray every morning.
So it's a refresh.
I am only allowed 3 cantrips,
Uh-huh.
and means I would have to. I have Spirit of the Dying, Chill Touch, and Sacred Flame right now.
By the way, for the record, Sacred Flame would have fucked that shadow up in the head.
I didn't get a chance. But anyways, it still ended up dying.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
You guys shredded the thing, especially since it's taking half damage from everything. It's like, okay, do that, then finally, damn, we're down at that point. If he would have moved, or his arrow, he only needed to do 3 points more.
Right.
So either one of you would have taken him out. So that is a good place to wrap it up there with your magic tome. Before they come and hassle us and say it's time to leave.
Thank you for listening to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And feel free to enjoy our other shows, such as D&D Journey of the 5th Edition and Scion Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion hero to Ragnarok story. Thank you for listening.
Hello, this is Eric.
And Wendy Strock with Stone Valley Hobby and Games.
We sell board games, card games, role-playing games, and supplies. We have thousands of Magic the Gathering cards available, carry Kickstarter products, and work with veteran-owned small businesses to bring you our own line of products.
We are a small business retailer, but we offer competitive prices, a loyalty system, and free shipping on orders over $100.
As a military veteran myself, I'm a strong supporter of our armed forces, their families, and contractors out there doing the hard job. So any order from an AA, AE, or EP address will be shipped absolutely free.
Remember, StoneValleyGames.com, where we take your leisure seriously.